motion, empty motion. Like a roaring motion, slowing motion. The smoke lingers after fire.
Hello,
You live! Oh my god!
I'm alive. We're live, by the way. Just so you know, anything you say is being broadcast over Twitch.
Anything you can, anything
Exactly.
you can, will say can be used against you.
Yeah.
In the court of law.
In the court of Twitch chatters popular opinions, which is even more scary.
I think that's more terrifying than the
Yeah.
court of law.
How are you doing, Barry? Oh, look here. Fujitech's a little cute puppy.
Wait, my Fuji goes all across the.
Let me resize it a bit so you're a bit like this, maybe?
Wait, I genuinely didn't know if like I put my Fuji on that everybody would get my Fuji.
Yeah, I mean, like it's. You can think of it as like an account, right? So you set it on one stream, then everyone you collab
it's an
with.
account.
Yeah.
Oh my lord, I am stupid.
Well, good thing it wasn't like something lewd or something. I don't know. It's just a cute puppy. It's fine.
It's just a puppy. It's just a puppy dog.
Yeah. Actually, now that I think about it, like you've never made me think about this before, but like I don't see what your Fujitech is until I start the stream. So like, someone could just like put something, you know, like not TOS friendly as their Fujitech, and then I start streaming. I'm like, whoa.
No, imagine it's like something that's against VTuber dress code, and it's just
Yeah,
like a little
exactly.
gap. A little gap of titty, you get fucking banned.
Exactly. All right, hang on. I gotta share my screen with you. Let's see.
I need to see. I can't.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna. Oops. What the heck happened?
Give me my eyes back.
I'm working on it.
I'm working.
Very rich. I gotta make sure I spell your name correctly and everything. There we go. Then I take this. I copy this and I paste
Let
it
me
over.
make sure
Yeah. So I sent you a link.
Okay.
If you open it in your browser, you should be able to see my screen. Hopefully.
Are you about to like steal my IP address? What is
and your
that?
credit card number and your social security.
Not my credit card information.
Yeah. Let me make sure. So
Okay.
you see my screen?
Uh-huh.
And you got like a pen tool. Yeah, exactly. You can draw on the
Oh my God.
screen. You there's a pointer so you can point at things, and you got a soundboard so you can play
Hi.
sound effects. Hi.
Alright, let me erase.
So I'll start the game. So yeah, so if you see something and you want to point, you say, "Hey, look at this thing!" Right? There's a pointer also.
Wait, is it called cursor?
Yeah. You click that, then you click somewhere on the
Wait, can
screen.
you see?
Well, I don't see it now,
Can you
but
actually
now
see
I
my
do.
cursor?
Now I do.
Okay.
When you click, I don't see it when you don't click.
English. I don't
Yeah.
understand these other two languages.
I'll pick it. All right, fine. Just because you asked so politely, I'll pick that one.
Por favor.
Let me check the volume here. I don't know if the game's too quiet. Preference? We're fine. This is fine. Oh, Russian. That's what it was. English, Chinese.
Russian.
Oh, is there voice volume
I
in this
honestly.
game? I guess we'll find out.
I thought that was the French flag.
Yeah, I didn't recognize it, but I didn't know it was Russian. I feel like the volume music's quiet. Let's see. That's a bit
Oh
loud.
my god,
so
my
maybe-
ears.
Maybe
That's a little bit loud.
maybe here. Is this good? What do you think?
I could just,
Too loud?
yeah, I think that's good.
Okay.
No.
Let's say this one's me. I don't know. Or do you want to be this one? Or should I be this one?
Nah, you be that one. It's yours, Drew.
Today, I thought about visiting Dasha. In the end, I decided not to. Most likely, they've already found my bunker up there and are simply waiting for someone to come out. This is supposed to be like horror, maybe? Or a trailer? I don't know. Or maybe there's no one left up there. Maybe the last people starved to death, and before that, they ate their own. Condition stable. The note says there have been no further memory lapses. Last memory, August 25, 2030. Oh, this is in the future, 2032.
Okay, yeah. Sorry. I'm also paying attention to the dialogue.
Good, because what if they like quiz us later on? 6 months of memories are gone. It's a good thing I didn't do anything important during that time. I didn't lose anything. I never left the bunker, never visited Dasha's grave, read the same books, ate the same food. I probably think about visiting Dasha every day.
Are we like scared of dementia? I mean, I would be scared of
Maybe.
dementia.
What should we do?
Like, Look
You wanna
through
look-
the porthole.
Alright.
Look through the.
I keep thinking, what if the virus had started taking me over before Dasha died and not after? Every morning,
What?
wake up and look for my sister. Open this diary and learn that those same survivors raped and killed her. Oof. That would be
Oh my
too cruel
God.
even for fate. The fate gave us this apocalypse. I still don't know when I got infected. Most likely it happened while burying Dasha. Someone among them was likely infected and passed it on to her since, according to the last reports from this collapsed world, the virus spreads like the flu.
Reminds me a little bit of COVID.
Yeah. Sometimes it can simply hang in the air waiting for someone. Without waiting for symptoms, I did everything I could to keep the infection from becoming fatal. I succeeded only partially, and most of my brain seems to have remained intact. So it does something like it makes you go
Keyword
crazy or something like
most.
that? Yeah. Or maybe makes you lose memory. I managed to avoid memory lapse, paralysis, and respiratory failure, almost. The fact that I have to keep this diary proves that I have memory problems.
Is this just like the fuck you die disease? What the
I guess so.
What the fuck?
It's pretty crazy. Paralysis affected only the lower part of my left leg, mostly the toes, and if the notes are right, the virus hasn't progressed for a whole year. It seems the immune system is holding it back. Condition stable. Last memory, August 25, 2032. July 3, 2033? Why didn't Robinson Crusoe go mad after 28 years on a deserted island? Probably because the instinct to survive kept pushing him to look for food and face challenges just to stay alive. So we've been infected for more than a year, it sounds like. In short, he was always busy on this island, while I have nothing to do in a bunker with 2 rooms, a storeroom, a bathroom, and a toilet. I don't even need to get food or make fire, which is a shame. I haven't seen a fire in a long time. Why does he not need to get food? Does someone give him food, or he just has like infinite food in his bunker? And yet the real reason Robinson Crusoe didn't go mad is that the foe simply made him up. I've heard he was inspired by a real Scottish boatswain who, after 5 years on an island, went feral instead of making peace with nature. What keeps me going mad is my inability to remember anything after August 25th, 2032.
Oh my god.
Perhaps this was the last gift my sister left me after her death. Condition
Okay,
stable.
so
no
that's
memory
his
lapse.
sister.
Yeah. Dasha, I think?
Yeah.
July 14, 2023. Anyone who has spent years on the desert island probably dreams of seeing another living person. In my world, meeting another living person can mean someone's death. Everyone is trying to survive on their own island of sorts. Do they have email? Can they send messages to each other? I kept telling
I mean, there's
Dasha
probably
about
nobody
this.
like working on internet though.
True. I kept telling Dasha this, but she couldn't stay inside where it was safe. She kept going outside, not worrying about catching the virus. Even the mask doesn't give full protection because it's still unclear how the virus spreads. I was right. I always feel trouble coming. I felt it when I was building the bunker. The world couldn't stay peaceful for long because it's inhabited by people like us. Those who laughed at me when I was building the bunker are probably already dead, Dasha included. Condition stable. July 28, 2033. This is not the first time I've been surprised by how quickly the canned food disappears from storage, just like my days. Yesterday I was 46, today I am 47. Soon I'll see a helpless old man in the mirror, struggling to get dressed. Sometimes I wonder why I still haven't ended it. Am I waiting for someone or something or someone? Most likely, I just can't remember it long enough to
He just
truly.
keeps giving me that like 1,000-yard stare.
Yeah, I mean, it's like he's been here for like a year. It sounds like, right? So he's like sick of this shit, I guess. Most likely, I just can't remember it long enough to truly want it, but I think about it every day. The same unchanging picture in front of my eyes, I pedal the exercise bike to charge the battery and give myself light. 2 empty rooms, a bathroom, and a storage room. Shelves and books, single canned meals, filtered water and air. Board games, backgammon, cards. It is a pity they cannot be sold for a piece of juicy, fatty shashlik, since these games are played by 2
Shashlik.
people. I don't know what that is, I've never heard of it.
I've never heard of it either.
At times, seeing dreams is more pleasant than waking up in this place. There has been no one and nothing here for more than a year now. If one day I decide, really decide, I'll take out the pistol. Like in the theater, if there's a gun on the wall, it has to go off. Why should it lie idle? Apparently, I'm just waiting for the gun to fire. September 16, 2033. Condition: weakness, dizziness. Getting out of bed is incredibly difficult.
This also just kind of sounds like depression.
Yeah, I agree. I've not made any entries for such a long time. Strange. At first, I thought the virus had finally overcome me and my immune system could no longer restrain it, but paralysis didn't follow and my memory still seems intact. I still don't remember August 25th, 2032.
Mm.
It turned out to be a severe vitamin deficiency. I can barely pedal the exercise bike. Still, I do not want to sit in the dark. It would probably be better to lie down and rest. I am taking a vitamin complex. It should get easier soon. I hope I'm not the only character in the game and then I have to read every single line in the game. I lie on the bed in complete
I
darkness.
don't think there's. I think.
Because he's
I'm the
like, yeah,
only-
there's nobody else here for years, right? And I'm like, oh god, am I the only character in the game? Yesterday, the battery ran out.
Just keep on, yeah.
There's no one but me to recharge it. I write entries and go to the bathroom using a flashlight. Weakness and dizziness do not go away. I am constantly drowsy, especially in this darkness. I don't know how long I slept. Is it a day or night now? Or is it day or night now? I left myself a note that the battery is discharged and the vitamin deficiency is not going away. It is frightening to wake up without understanding why it's so dark and where this weakness comes from. Or maybe I did die on my bed after all and have already ended up in hell? What could be a more terrible torment for a human being than endless darkness, where you are alone and no one hears you? What could be more frightening than dying and having no one to find your body? What could be more horrible than dying and no one ever finding out about it, no one caring about your death? No one will rejoice, no one will grieve. That's the end point at which nothing in this world truly changes if you're gone. In the current situation, you understand best what it means to waste your breath when you speak into emptiness, and the emptiness is deaf and mute. Silence. My words dissolve in this place, and if I scream, no one will hear me. September 2033.
Let there be light.
I charged the battery and life became a little brighter. Apparently, for things to seem not so bad, they first have to get worse. Sometimes this actually works. Yesterday, I spent the entire day pedaling. To be honest, after such a long rest, doing this is several times harder. September 28. Today I discovered a curious thing between the entries dated July 28 and September 16. In the diary, between the pages, I found a small, barely noticeable scraps of paper that clearly belonged to the same notebook. Oh, like pages were torn out, it looks like. The mark looks like
No,
what's
there's
left.
someone secretly living in the room.
And yeah, I think your diary, that's freaky. What's left when a page is torn out of a notebook? Why would I do this? Did I urgently need paper for something? In that case, a trace of the torn out page would have been much more noticeable. But here there's a feeling as if someone deliberately tried to hide the fact that the page was removed. Could it be that I did not write this down? Or was it something so insignificant that there was no need to remember it at all, so I solved the problem in this way? And yet, I know this, and curiosity takes over. I hope I did not hide anything from myself. Condition stable. Vitamin deficiency seems to have passed. September 29. I counted the number of sheets in the notebook. Everything checks out. On the back cover, it says that the original number is 180 sheets. I counted only 172 sheets. Where did the 8 sheets of the diary go? Such a number only pushes me towards the thought that something was indeed written there. But why was it necessary to get rid of this? I'm angry at myself and confused because I cannot understand myself. Have you seen the movie Memento?
You're gonna be so surprised. I haven't watched a lot of movies.
Well, I mean, it's not a super famous movie, so I think most people I ask haven't seen it. But it's about a guy, he gets a head injury, and so he can't form new memories. So someone murdered his wife, and he was there at the time, and there was a fight. Like, I guess the person who murdered his wife also, like, attacked him. So he got hit on the head, and he can't form new memories. But he wants to, like, find who the killer was, right? Like a detective story where he wants to get revenge and save his wife.
Yeah.
But anyway, so it's like this. So he has to keep a diary and he has to write down everything because he can't remember any clues he finds or whatever. And so this movie, this visual novel is reminding me of that movie. By the end of the day, one insane thought came up. What if it was not me who tore out those pages? It's frightening to reread the recent entries. It is hard to describe what kind of aftertaste they leave. Maybe I'm going mad from loneliness, and I simply want to believe that someone else lives here besides me. Now I check the diary for torn out pages every day. All day long I think
Question,
about...
where do they sound at, like, the bottom of the screen?
Lizard.
Oh.
Yeah. It's the soundboard. You can make sound effects happen.
It could be...
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my god. Okay, you're good now.
All day long I think about the same thing. When I eat, charge the battery, go to the bathroom, lie down to sleep. Under what circumstances would I have torn out those pages? Only to hide something. Or if someone wanted to hide something from me. Did I say someone?
Did I?
It seems I am delirious. I set a trap for myself. I am in a bunker several meters underground behind a steel door, and there is no one here. Do not lose your mind. Lately, my entries have been very dark. I would even say suicidal in nature. Perhaps those 8 pages were saturated with thoughts about suicide and loneliness, and I should not reread them, so I protected myself from them. I think this is quite logical. October 1st. After reading this entry, keep your sanity. This will lead you into even greater confusion and may even instill fear from not understanding what is happening, but everything can be explained.
Imagine you have to comfort your future self, dude.
Yeah, this is a crazy situation.
Oh my god!
That is exactly what you should do today. I was going to wash the laundry, and when I removed the sheet from the mattress, I found something. By the color, it is clear that it did not belong to Dasha.
Oh.
You found someone's hair, I guess. There was a woman's hair in the sheet. October 2nd. So someone was definitely in the bunker. The records I keep in the storeroom show that over a month I consumed twice, almost 3 times as much food as usual. Apparently, I was sharing my supplies with someone. Some of Dasha's clothes are also missing. It is impossible to enter the bunker without my knowledge and consent, which means that whoever entered inside was let in by me. I checked. The entrance to the bunker is intact. There are no signs of damage or tampering. I searched the whole place for new evidence. I found nothing. I think this is obvious. That is exactly what I was writing about in those entries that were torn out of the diary. Apparently, someone else did get rid of them after all. But why? Someone was here with me, and I cannot remember who. I am like a blind man wandering through this place by touch. Someone sleeps in my bed, eats my food, uses me to survive, like a parasite. Does someone try to hide their presence here as much as possible? Let us reason logically. The hair suggested it was most likely a woman. I would certainly have been afraid to let an adult man inside. She slept in my bed, and I shared my supplies with her for a month. I examined the storeroom once again. Several times I took out my emergency reserve of pasta and canned meat. I would only touch those reserves for something serious, so we must have been getting along well. Perhaps there was not even 2 of us, but 3. Let us think about one more thing. The one who tore the entries out of the diary knew that the virus had partially overcome me. They knew about my memory problems, which do not allow me to remember something for longer than a day. And I keep this diary precisely so as not to miss anything important, and now it is exactly this diary that serves as my memory starting from August 25th. I told her everything.
Oh my god.
Oh, what do we do?
Search the storeroom.
By the way, where's my pistol?
Oh,
Search the living room.
that's scary.
I searched the entire living room. Nothing. There was no pistol in the living room either. October 3. I searched everywhere. The pistol is nowhere to be found. Apparently, I managed to tell her about it as well.
That's terrifying, dude.
Yeah, like there's somebody we don't even know who, right? It's just in our bunker with us, and we have memory problems, and like what the heck is going on?
And they stole our gun?
Yeah, I trusted her, and in the end, I was left alone again. I do not think I was forced to do anything because it would have been easier to simply kill me and take everything. So why did she not do that? So what version do we have? Approximately in August of this year, someone knocked on my door. Through the porthole, I saw a woman asking for help. She was alone. I was afraid and suspected that she was merely bait for her friends who wanted to profit from my shelter. But I remembered that I had been living here alone for such a long time. Perhaps she was young and rather attractive and did not seem dangerous. Her pleading eyes made me forget about the danger. I let her inside. She turned
Oh
out.
my god.
She turned
You
out.
stupid.
I mean, you know, when the pretty girl comes and her eyes and everything, like, what can you can't do anything, right?
You folded? You folded that quickly?
It's been a year.
You know,
We've
I
been
don't
in
wanna
here for
die.
a year alone.
I don't want to die from this disease where if everybody touches each other, we all die. So what I'm gonna
Just let the first pretty
Oh,
girl you
wait.
see come in. Exactly.
Are you trying to seduce your way in?
Yeah, and it worked.
You succeed.
She turned out not to be dangerous. I fed her and gave up my bed to her. I was simply happy that at least there was someone else here besides me. I could talk to someone, something I had not done for a long time. She told me her tragic story of how she had survived out there before ending up with me. I was so glad to see a living person that I took out my emergency reserves for a meal. So we lived for about a month, but she had other plans. It would not have been difficult for me, while I was asleep, to take with her as much food as she could carry, take my pistol and continue on her way. Then to hide the traces of her stay and tear out the missing pages from my diary. Why? Perhaps it was so that she could come back here next time and earn my trust again. Perhaps she will return soon, and not alone. I could easily have brought disaster upon myself this way. But why did she not kill me? Perhaps she lacked the courage, and not all survivors have turned into murderers and marauders. At the end of this version, there remains many questions to which it is impossible to find answers. Today, another version came into my head, a mad one, but still a real one as it seems to me. What if I did leave the bunker, visited Dasha's grave, and found this woman's hair along the way? Brought it back to the bunker and stared at it for a long time, thought about the person to whom it belonged? Cannot be ruled out that the hair belonged to a long-haired man as well. My loneliness could have pushed me to the point where I might well have brought this person to live here in the bunker. For that, it would have been enough. For that, it would have been enough to leave only evidence. The length of this hair and its location would surely have led to the thought that it was indeed a woman who had been here. The supplies would have been easy to eat by myself since I eat only once a day. The pistol and the clothes? Buried them not far from the bunker. This is entirely real and feasible. Why would I do all this? To distract myself, even if only slightly, from everything I have to face every day. Silence and emptiness. To occupy my mind with some kind of riddle or adventure, to postpone the inevitable. One of the best ways to put a bullet into my own tempo is to get rid of the pistol?
To not.
Oh, to not. Yeah, I was like, wait, what? I got confused by sentence. One of the best ways not to put a bullet in my own tempo is to get rid of the pistol. That is exactly what I did. How pathetic I am. I am like an Ouroboros, a snake devouring itself. What else will I do in order to survive? October 5th, today I once again stood by the entrance and looked through the porthole. I was waiting for that woman who took my supplies and my pistol with her. I was waiting because she could have disproved the version that I invented all of this and did it myself. The thought that I may not have been alone for a while warms me. Oh, so now what do we believe, I guess?
Oh, can we save?
Save.
We gotta save before making this vital decision.
So you're one of those people who saves before every
Yeah.
decision. I'm like,
Yeah.
just go for it. Just whatever happens, that's what happens.
Nah, because it.
Unless we
Telltale
die.
Games,
Like,
unfortunately,
yeah, we
gave
choose
me the
something,
habit.
and then it's like game over. Now I'm like, okay, never mind, reload. You know, like I don't want to lose.
Because you play a Telltale game and it'll say, no,
They will
there's
remember
an
this.
exact example. There's an exact example from the Minecraft game, the Minecraft story mode.
I haven't
And it
played
was
that
like-
one.
So this girl was like, oh, I brought a skull from the Nether, and the dialogue response that you could choose to have was, wow, you went to the Nether, and you click on it, and it said, and your character says, you risked your own life for that dirt, for that dusty old thing.
Yeah, it's like, oh, like you read the thing, it's like it's not the mood you know, like you're like, oh, it's just an innocent question, right? And you pick it, and it's like, fuck you, I hate you. It's like, no, that's not what I wanted to say.
None of the words that I chose were in that sentence.
All right, so what do we do here? I'm leaning towards this one
That would probably be the good option.
because I want to
So
see
this is
this girl. Like, I want to see how attractive she is. Maybe she's a waifu.
oh my god, fiend.
We gotta see it.
All right, we'll go with the second one.
All right, sounds good. The end. Oh, did we lose? Wait, oh no,
What?
okay. I woke up and saw that my left arm was bandaged. Wait, what? Blood was seeping from my wrist up to the back of my elbow. The bunker
my
was in
God.
disarray. I had not
You get robbed?
shaved for a long time. The battery had not been charged for several days. The flashlight batteries were dead. On the floor, I found a knife. My blood dried on the tape on the blade. Apparently, I was very close to it. With enough determination, I would not even need a pistol.
Oh my god.
What should I do next?
So I'm guessing that wasn't a good option.
I heard someone knocking on the door. I thought I was losing my mind. When I approached the door to check this, I saw a girl's face in the
Ooh.
portal. See, I knew it! We picked the right choice. She looked about... Oh, never mind. She looked about 12. She was wearing
Oh.
Dash's jacket. Black... Wait, she was wearing Dash's jacket? Wait. History. Go back.
No, cause he said he let the girl borrow her clothes. Remember?
Okay. Black hair. She said nothing, just stood there staring. She was not afraid of me at all. And she has my diary, look! Her face held a firm certainty that I would let her in. She took some pieces of paper out of her pocket, unfolded them, and pressed them against the glass of the porthole with her palm. I recognized those papers, pages from my diary. August 3rd. Today someone knocked on my door. I took the pistol and went up to the exit.
Oh,
I think this is a flashback. This is like when we first met her, right? I guess.
yeah. No wonder she had to hold up the pages. We were gonna fucking shoot her.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's crazy. So I guess maybe we're like friends or something like that, and then we wrote the paper, like we wrote a note saying like it's okay to trust this girl, right? And then we give it to her so the next time she can come back and show us the paper. Anyway,
Yeah. She probably also took the pistol because she didn't want to fucking die. But I wouldn't either.
through the porthole, a girl appeared before me, about 12 years old. She looked rough, a drifter no doubt. She looked relieved when she saw me. I can't put into words what I felt. Before me was an unfortunate child who needed my help. I was ready to open the door, but came to my senses immediately. Surely she may not be alone. She could simply be bait for those who want to get inside and take over my bunker.
Oh, fuck.
Her people, marauders, could be nearby, waiting for me to open the door. She looked at me, expecting that I would open it, but I cannot take that risk. I tried to talk to her, but she remained silent. She made it clear that she could not speak. Oh gosh, I wanted you to have the role, speaking role, Barry, but she made it clear that she could not speak.
Yeah, get to yapping. You gonna talk the entire time.
No. Still, I do not know how to act. She did not
Just sit
understand
here and be a bum.
why I would not open the door for her. Soon her eyes filled with tears as if begging me. What if she really is alone? August 4th. She waited for a whole day? She's still waiting by my door. I want to let her in, truly, but such an unfortunate child can easily be used to achieve someone else's goals. Perhaps her parents are being threatened and held hostage, and she herself was forced to come to me. That is why she cried. I will let her in, then she will open the door for them. Her parents and I will be killed, and she will be left alive, not out of kindness. It all seems logical. Perhaps everything is simpler. I am just a coward. After all, I have a pistol and spare ammunition. What am I afraid of? Or maybe they are armed as well. I'm not going to start a shootout in here. August 5th. Today I looked through the porthole again. She is sitting on the floor, leaning her back against the door. So she's been here for 2 days now. She is probably asleep and hungry. I realize that my miserable life is worth nothing. Even if she is merely bait for marauders, I must let her in. Sit here and wait for my death? Why postpone the inevitable? It is better to spend my last days with someone, not alone, than several more years in solitude.
Oh God.
I opened the door. Her fragile body fell inside. She was unconscious. She came to her senses a couple of hours later. I was afraid it was already too late. I would like to write that I will never forget those eyes, full of gratitude and the purity of her naive soul, but I know I'll forget them by tomorrow. August 7th. I admit it is something more than simple surprise to wake up and see someone else here, especially if it is a 12-year-old girl. I need to tape a note to my arm. Yeah, in the movie Memento, the guy tattoos the most important clues to his arm to remind himself who the killer is and all of that stuff. So much has happened over the past few days, and I remember nothing. And every day I am surprised when I read this diary. Her name is Leah. She is almost 12 years old. Communicating with her isn't easy. She's mute. Gosh darn it. Not from birth. We have to use a notebook and a pen to communicate. She told me a little bit about life outside. It cannot be worse than I can imagine. Humanity is living out its final days. There are fewer and fewer of such days, as long as there are those who try to survive at the expense of others. I asked her to understand why I didn't open the door, because she knows how unsafe life is now, even in a place like this. It seems she's not offended, probably because she has no choice and I'm the one in charge here. But my conscience is gnawing at me. She has no father. For about a year, she wandered with her mother in search for help, but they ran into marauders. They were hiding in the forest. Her mother hid Leah in the bush and ran off herself to distract them from her daughter. Leah never saw her mother again. She believes that she is alive. In her 12 years, the girl has endured more than I have in my 40. Her eyes still look like a child's, pure, yet one can just as easily see the heavy burden she has been gathering and carrying for several years now. There is one more curious detail. I do not know whether Leah is infected, but there is something strange about her condition. Sometimes she seems to drop out of reality and her gaze is directed somewhere into the distance. This lasts about a minute. I do not know what is happening in her head. When I asked how long this had been happening, she wrote that it had been about half a year. No memory lapses or paralysis of any organs or limbs have been observed in her. Something tells me that these episodes of hers and the loss of her voice are somehow connected to the virus. August 9. Still, it is good that I have board games and backgammon left. Leah did not know how to play any of it. I had to teach her. But she quickly got into it and constantly asked me to play backgammon with her. She likes it especially. She asked me not to go easy on her, which is why she has not won a single time.
Wait, I think I forgot my own hairstyle.
This does not upset her at all. With each new game, she wants to learn something new and finally beat me. Give in or don't give in?
Give in. I think it'd be
Really?
sweet.
I thought she would get angry if we give in.
No, we ain't no bitch. I'm kidding. I hope. Just let her win.
Alright, I don't... Alright. It didn't seem very convincing. Closer to the end, she already understood everything and lost interest in the game, not wanting to finish it. I tried to convince her that I'd simply been inattentive and miscounted my moves. She did not believe it anyway. She demands that we start all over again and that I stop holding back.
Oh.
Yes, perhaps I really should not anymore. I admit, all of this cannot be compared to a piece of juicy, fatty shashlik that I've been dreaming
What
about
is
for a long time.
shashlik? What is shashlik?
It's something that's juicy and what was it, meaty? Is that what he said? Juicy something?
Oh, a shashlik? Okay, I searched it up.
Okay. Juicy
So
fatty acid.
shashlik is
Draw a picture of
a
it.
dish of skewered meat.
Show us, draw a picture so you see what it is.
Okay. Oh, I clicked out of the screen and it told me that I lost my connection. me a second.
Maybe refresh or something.
No, it just like won't let me in.
All right, hang on. Let me send you a new invite then.
Okay. I want to draw a beautiful piece of shashlik.
Yeah, I want to see your beautiful piece of shashlik.
Whoa, hold on. Pause. Calm down.
Send me shashlik pics, please.
No!
On a first date.
Hey, whoa. Calm down. No dinner? No.
No, shashlik first, then dinner.
It won't even load.
What?
Won't let me in anymore. I don't know why either.
Yeah. What the heck?
I'm gonna close most of my other tabs.
Okay.
Let's try using Chrome.
Okay.
Because I'm using Opera GX right now, and I'm gonna see if that's the problem.
Okay.
Do you think it's like the firewall?
I don't know. It was working like 10 seconds ago.
Yeah, it was working, and then it just shut me off. Okay, wait.
Is it working? Oh yeah, I see it. I need to do
Yes!
something. Okay.
It was like, oh, this thing can't provide a secure connection. I was like, what are you talking? Okay, so first, we have to draw the stick. And then the pieces of meat.
It looks like when you roast marshmallows on a fire. That's
And then you have to get like, so it'll be like bell pepper or like.
I mean, this is just like a shish kebab, like a normal shish kebab. It looks like.
Yeah, it's a shish kebab. It's a Russian, like Central Europe shish kebab.
All right.
That is genuinely what it is.
Please respond. I showed you my shashlik. Shashlik? Shashlik. We
Please
use
respond.
we use a lot of paper on her explanations and answers. We need to learn to use gestures, at least for common questions and words. Oops, hang on. Where's my
That means
mouse?
you're gonna have to
There it is.
remember those every day.
We divided the turns for charging the battery on the exercise bike. She wanted it that way herself. She spends about 2 hours a day on it. I showed her how the bunker works, the underground well, the water supply system, and other sanitary needs. I also showed her my library. She became interested in the books as well as devotes quite a lot of time to reading. At least someone reads them. The conversation turned to me. I told her about my health, about the diary that I have to keep. I also told her about Dasha and what happened to her. I suddenly realized that after her death, no one had ever shown me any sympathy, and there was plenty of it in Leah's eyes. I talked a lot about Dasha, about our childhood, about how one scoundrel broke her heart and how she could never forget him, and why nothing has ever worked out for her with anyone. When she asked why I never married, I answered with a twisted grimace, as if to say that it was not for me.
I thought that was his sister. Am I tripping?
Dasha's the sister. Leah is this random girl that we No, yeah, Leah's saying like so we're saying like, oh yeah, Dasha, I guess there was a guy or something, I don't know. Someone broke Dasha's heart, and then Leah asked, what about us? Like, why aren't you married, As like to a different person, not to Dasha, just to anybody.
Oh.
And we're like, we don't, you know how it is. Trying to explain to a 12-year-old girl.
Mm.
Leah did not study at school for long, so she does not even have completed primary education. I'm trying to make up for these gaps in her. I myself, of course, have forgotten most of the school curriculum, but I can still tell her something about history, anatomy, geography, geometry, and literature. I always had problems with the Russian language. Law, social studies, foreign languages, and computer science will no longer be of any use to us. August 13th. I want to somehow diversify our diet, especially since there was a reason. I took canned meat and pasta out of the emergency reserves. I had not cooked anything for a long time. It turned out decent enough.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm surprised I haven't gotten scurvy.
Well, he says he had vitamin capsules, so maybe there's like vitamin C in there in one of his things.
He's like, what?
At least Leah
No
absolutely
food.
loved the pasta. I will not flatter myself by thinking that I turned out to be a great cook. The poor girl had been eating who knows what for several years. But I must admit that in this bunker, I really am the best cook for her. Oh, there's only two of us. Like, I'm the best cook in this bunker here. Oh, what the heck? What just happened? Oh, Funky Tron redeemed date with waifu. Hang
Where
on.
is she?
Hi, Funky Tron.
There she is.
Hang on, I need to shrink the PNG. Where is it? Here it is.
She's a giant.
Yeah, all the waifus are. I don't know what happened. Like after the update or something like that, all the waifus became giant. There we go, like this. This is the Drada. She's from Helltaker.
Wait, let me see. What are you talking about?
Yeah, check on the Twitch stream, and now I got.
Can you hello, Barry?
And I need to move Barry so that she's in front. Here, maybe I'll put her here.
Nah, gotta take up 90% of the room. I'm about to cover half the screen.
See, August 16th. At school, Leah was clearly a top student. I admit that playing Vagabond with her has become more difficult. I think she realized it when she waited twice as long as usual for my next move. Although because of my memory, I have the feeling that she always knew how to play. August 18th. Leah says that she has already asked me more than once to let her cook Navy-style pasta. In general, I learned a lot from her about us and how we usually spend our time. I cannot write everything down. Her pasta got burnt.
Oh my god, that's the girl from Helltaker.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Zidrada from Helltaker. Her pasta got burnt. She was upset that she had wasted the food. She said it was a stupid idea and that she would never do that again. No one has cooked for me in a very
So
long
hello,
time.
Funky.
I ate everything down to the very last piece of pasta. August 19th. It seems there were consequences after all. At first, I thought the virus had begun to progress, but later I realized it was just ordinary food poisoning. Oh god, so he got poisoned by food. Trusty preferred butchers, you're in baguette soup. Like that says, hello, I would like a baguette, please. Leah sees my condition, but I tell her that I know some French. Leah sees my condition, but I tell her that
I
I
took,
am
like-
simply tired or lacking vitamins. Sorry, go ahead.
I took French for like 2 years in middle school, and I remember like none of it. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, translate this sentence. What does it mean?
I told you I don't remember none of it.
How about bonjour? What does that part mean?
Hello.
Yeah.
Hi.
Je voudrais.
Hello.
Do you know that one? Je voudrais.
I know je means I.
Okay. Voudrais means want. Or would like, I guess, in this case.
I'm gonna guess I would like a baguette.
Yeah, and what about s'il vous plaît?
Please?
Yeah, you got it. See, only there's one
Okay,
word you didn't know,
To be fair,
voudrais,
you
but the whole thing. I
To be
think
fair, you translated it a little bit.
I think she guesses that it's all because of the pasta with canned meat. She does not show
Bien
it.
sûr.
I lay on the couch until she chased me onto the bed that I had given up on her. In the evening, I felt the urge to vomit. She brought me a bucket so that I would not have to run to the toilet. She made sure my glass of water was always full and forced me to drink more. Rice purity question. Has Nebu ever done the following? Had a threesome. That Funky Tron redeemed rice purity question. Which does this random question. How do I do this? Usually I do. Oh yeah, the poll. Okay, the poll's already there, so you can vote on the poll on what you think. the answer is on Twitch. And while it runs, while I was lying on bed, she had to pedal the generator for
I didn't
the
understand.
battery twice as long. Sorry, what?
Wait, the poll disappeared. Where did it go? I was gonna
Did you vote
answer.
already?
I don't think it let me vote.
You have to be logged in.
Or
I
if
don't
I
know.
did, or like,
I don't know if you're already logged in on Twitch.
or like accidentally clicked on it.
No. I felt terrible, but for the first time in a long while, I was glad that I was not alone. August 23rd. Oh, the poll's over. So there was one vote, and the vote was for no. I guess the answer is technically yes. I'll leave it at that.
Technically, how do you? Was it a person and a half? I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
person
Was
and a
it two
half.
personalities? How do you do technically?
Technically, it was yes.
Technically.
We played too much backgammon. She managed it. She finally beat me. Look how happy she is.
Oh,
She's like, get wrecked, noob.
this doesn't even seem that scary anymore. Seems like a wholesome story.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're building up a moment, right? So that they can like devastate us in, because this is still the flashback, right? Then we're gonna come back to the
Yeah.
present and something's gonna happen, I guess.
Maybe she had to like go get resources.
Yeah, maybe. And then that's why she has the gun, right? We were missing the gun. We gave her the gun. Wait, what? But why don't we just go get the resources?
Because our memory doesn't last a day.
Would it take more than a day to get the research? I guess it might, yeah. After jumping around in happiness, she asked me 20 more times whether I had let her win. I truly did not. Out of 5 games, she won twice. I hope it will not be like this with every game we have. August 26. Leah has looked sad over the past 2 days. She misses her mother. She wants to see her again and find her.
Oh,
I keep convincing her that her mother would have wanted most of all for her daughter to find this place and be safe. And that going outside would mean exposing herself to the very danger her mother had been protecting her from all this time.
but she went outside.
She understands this, but she cannot come to terms with the thought that she may never see her again. I tried to distract the girl from these thoughts. I kept suggesting that we play something. I let her win a couple of times at backgammon, but she no longer felt any joy from winning. I heard her crying in the bathroom. I do not know. Yes?
I have to go to the restroom real quick.
All right.
promise I'll come back.
Alright, okay, sounds good.
Alright, I'll be right back.
Alright.
You can continue the game for a little bit if you need to.
I'll wait for you. It's fine. Let me actually take this opportunity to hydrate. Let's see. Here we go. Actually, yeah, let me do a 30-second ad break. And because I'm gonna refill my drink. I'll be right back. What the heck? It was Kane? Dang it. I know there was a Yuri in the series, so there must have been a different character or a different game or something like that named Yuri.
Hello? Hello?
Hello, welcome back.
Hello? Hello? I tried to be quick.
You are very quick.
Okay, good. I am back.
I heard her crying in the bathroom. I did not know how to help her or comfort her. I cooked Navy style pasta and a few other things from the supplies we had.
You know how to cook other styles of pasta.
Yeah, Navy style. The smile on her
Navy
face did not
style.
last long. August 30th. Today, she stated that she would go out to search. I insisted that she stop these foolish conversations and declared that I would not let her out. Oh, so that's why she.
We were in October, right?
I can't keep track. I don't remember. Right now, I think we're in August,
We're in
right?
October.
During the flashback, it's August, but I don't remember what the present is.
Mm.
Our dialogue did not pass without tears. I can't stand seeing her cry. When she wrote to me on a piece of paper, I have no one except my mother. I almost asked her, what about me? But remembered that it would have been completely inappropriate. However, I'm sure that this question was clearly written on my face and she understood everything. And she answered it by saying that she would not want to put me in danger. It would be better for her if someone were waiting for her here. I cannot go with her, and she would not go out there at all. She has seen what our world has turned into. There are no people left, only rational primates who use their reason for their own survival. How can she want to go back out there? I cannot keep her here. In this time, she would come to hate me, but at least I would not be alone. Why am I holding her back? For myself? Am I afraid of being alone? Of course
Yes,
I am.
yes, you are.
Yes, I cannot return to that former life. Maybe I am asleep and Leah is just a product of my dream. And what is she to do here? She lives by the foolish hope that she will reunite with her mother. She is most likely no longer alive. I must not go with her. Did I really spend so many years building this bunker and rotting here only to go outside and die? I know that I am simply a coward. If not for this place, I would have become one of them.
Okay, but the fact that he built this whole metal thing himself is kind of impressive.
That is crazy, yeah. Because I am a coward who fears only for his own life. That is why I will not go with Leah. That is why I will let her go. August 31st. I will be able to forget all of this. I will forget that Leah is here. I will forget the time we spent together. I can easily forget that I am a coward. The entries about Leah will kill me a little every day and remind me of a life that once existed that no one can truly give up. I will not dream if I do not remember. The chances that Leah might be able to come back are so negligible that it is better not to hope for it at all. I will not be able to survive another loss and continuing living alone. She will leave the same way Dasha did. They all leave. She is brave. I see that she's afraid to go outside, and yet she goes anyway because she cannot do otherwise. Living in search and hope.
Really sad.
Yeah. And hope is better than her simply hoping. Perhaps I would feel the same if I had not found Dasha's body. And yet I do not have as much courage as Leah does. These pages will not be in my diary. So he ripped it so that we would intentionally forget about her.
Oh,
And what if Leah
but she stole some, I guess.
does come back? To keep her standing in front of a closed door again with my knees shaking? She will take these pages with her and show them to me if she returns. There we go, September 1st. I gave her as many supplies as she could carry. Warm clothes, some of Dasha's belonging, a knife, a lighter, a paper, pen, and compass, and a map of our city. I hope it is still up to date. A pistol with spare ammunition. I hope she never needs it.
Oh yeah, we gave it to her.
Leah, you will surely want to read
Okay.
these pages. Through them, you will see straight through me and understand what kind of person I am. I am someone you should never become. You are doing the right thing. Forgive me for not being able to give you more. I live only by fear. This bunker is proof of that. I built it because I lived in fear. If you return, I will find meaning and believe that none of this was accidental. That the bunker was not built simply because I am a coward, but because one day you were meant to come here in order to be saved. So that you could receive what your mother was willing to give her life for. I am waiting for you here, you and your mother. Please, Leah, come back. This is your home. October 14. Oh, so now we're back in October, like you were saying. This.
Yeah. Okay. I was right. I didn't
Yeah.
know if I was misremembering.
Yeah.
I love English.
The feeling I experience when I read these lines is something no one else has ever felt, not a single person in this world. And since I am not a poet, it is impossible to express it with words alone. I'll have to experience this feeling every day. Leah returned to me. I was waiting for her, though I did not know it myself. She hugged me the moment the door was open. I cried, or she cried. She showed me a chain that she had torn from her mother's body. It was lying not far from the place where they'd been separated. Of course, at first I simply did not understand what was happening. There was nothing attached to the chain, not even a locket with a photograph, just a piece of jewelry with a stone. I would never know what the woman who gave birth to my savior looked like. There were 6 rounds left in the pistol out of 8. The spare ammunition was never used. It did not go without encounters after all. She's a brave girl. Leah has seen too much in her life. It is a pity she cannot simply forget it. But now everything will be fine. October 19th.
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah?
I'm so sad right now.
Sad?
Do you live in America? Are you in America?
I used to live in America.
So,
I recently
I
moved,
have
moved to
Airhead
Canada.
Extremes.
Airheads?
Do
Extreme?
you know?
Yeah, the candy.
Yeah, the air, like the strings, like the rainbow candy strings.
I've never had the string. I've had like, I don't know what they call it. They're like
strips.
strips. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, I had some of the strips, and I ran out. I was snacking on them. Now I'm out of candy.
When you said like I'm sad, I thought you were talking about because of the game, but it's because you ran out of candy.
Candy. Me without candy.
Today, Leah wanted to go outside again. It seems that after what happened, the bunker has become too crap for her. Now she needs fresh air. After all, she's still a child. Overall, this idea did not seem very good to me, so I went with her. Of course, she had to persuade me, but I felt that I was ready. Oh, do we go outside or do we let her go alone?
Go for a walk with her.
I had not been there since I buried Dasha, probably. I could not help but take the pistol with me. You never know who we might meet along the way. April 15th. April? That's like so many months later.
Oh my god. We just got out the house?
I have a theory. Leah is infected with the virus, but her immune system has learned to restrain it.
Game theory.
The reason for this may be her age. Young organisms with heightened immunity begin to adapt. Most likely, such carriers will pass this ability on to their children and they to theirs. The virus has affected the vocal cords and the areas of the brain responsible for speech. Her minute-long episodes of dropping out of reality may be a protective mechanism, preventing the virus from affecting the entire organism and all regions of the brain. Leah's state of health is excellent. This is only a theory, but if it is correct, then the only salvation of our species may lie in saving children like Leah. They are the very generation that will be able to live with the virus without harm to the body. They must be found. They need shelter. Perhaps somewhere among the survivors, there are already people who have confirmed or refuted my theory, but there is a chance that I am right. If I am right, then sitting and waiting for old age to get rid of Leah is not an option at all. I believe that I built this bunker not because I am a coward. I built it for her and for those like
Is this like
Leah.
Russian cursive?
I think so, yeah. I simply did not know it then. Dang, you're... we can't even tell the difference between yours and the game's. Now I do. She must not go with me, but she holds a different opinion. On the one hand, I understand that I will not be able to carry out this mission without her help. I will have to wake up not in the bunker, not on my bed, but up there above ground. The first thing that will seize me will be panic. There will be no one nearby to calm me down and bring me to my senses before I open the diary. My memory lapses will make this path much more dangerous. I will not be able to remember the route or any important places or detail. The diary is a weak helper in this regard. Yes, Leah's life is priceless now. Not only to me, but without her, everything could fall apart. Perhaps I'm simply glad that I will not be alone. She wants to go with me and understands the importance of her journey. We are taking canned food and as much water as we can carry, 2 knives, a flashlight with spare batteries, some cookware utensils, a compass, a lighter, a pistol with spare ammunition.
Oh my god. How much storage do we have?
Leah suggested taking a vagabond set. It's a foolish idea, but she said she would carry it herself. She says that if everything goes well, the road may be no less boring than staying in the bunker. Yes, a long journey awaits us, and I do not believe that we have come this far just to die along the way. I'm sure that something greater awaits
I
us.
hope not.
I was not ready to leave together with her. It seems she's already independent enough for this. Chapter 2. That was only chapter 1. How many freaking chapters are there in this game?
Oh no. Oh, we're so cooked.
Maybe you want to switch to a different game?
No,
I'll
no,
save
no.
here. You want to keep going?
Sure. Actually, what other games do you have?
I don't
What
know
other
yet.
games do you want to play?
But I feel bad because like I'm just reading here and then you're like, it's tough for you to
It's
participate.
okay. No, I get to sit here be a lazy bum.
All right, you want to continue this one then?
I am curious to see what the other options are, though.
I don't know yet. I guess I would just pick some random thing from Steam. I guess maybe.
You got 1,000 games in there,
Yeah,
like 2,000.
yeah. Or you just pick one.
We'll look at the catalog.
All right. I think I did save. So let's see. Here's Steam. You like puzzle games? Puzzle Island?
I'm just looking at like all this stuff. Yeah, I'm a little curious about Puzzle Island.
Do you know nonogram puzzles? Because that's what it is. Or paint by number, they're also called. It's this thing.
Oh, I do not know that.
Do you think you would enjoy it? Or do you want to stick with the this or look for a different game or
I just want to see all the games you have. I'm just a little curious.
okay. I mean I don't know if I can show all the games I have on stream because some of them are not TOS friendly. But I think you have my Steam profile, right? So you can like scroll through the list and
Sprays with water.
yeah.
Sprays with more water.
Yeah.
I recognize one of them. Let's go back to the visual novel.
All right. About 3 days after our group was attacked. Oh, we got attacked? After 3 days after our group was attacked, I heard some noise on the radio.
Oh my god.
Tanya, who was... Oh, maybe this is like a different time period? Right? Like it's not necessarily what happens after Leah and us, we left the...
So we're on chapter 2 now, right?
Yeah, so it could be like the distant future or it could be the past or whatever, right?
Yeah.
About 3 days after our group was attacked, I heard some noise on the radio. Tanya, who was always with us kids... Or it could just be a different character even, like a different point of view. Shoved it into our hands in a hurry. There were 7 of us. We lived in a big building. The adults said it used to be an office. Yeah, so I think we're kids now in this one.
Okay.
When we ran, we had to split up. That's what the adults taught me. We were shown where we could hide in case something like that happened. One of the places was the trunk of a black car not far from the office. The lid could be closed from the inside, not all the way. No one was chasing me because I was one of the first to run. I couldn't find any of the others. When I went back to... Actually, wait, why don't you read this since it's a different character?
Oh, yeah. When I went back to the office, I heard unfamiliar voices inside. That's when I knew the worst thing they'd warned us about had happened. I didn't know what to do next. Tanya said that if it ever came to this, I had to try to find good people. Anyway, the radio. It is probably the girl.
You think it's Leah?
She just can't speak. I think it's Leah. Hello. Hello? Hello? The boy's voice answered. Hello? Who is this? I asked. Is there someone there? It's me.
Yes. Are you a
Yes.
boy? What's your name?
Oh, this isn't
It's not Leah, it's someone else.
Pasha. And what's your name? Pasha is about the same age as me. He and his group live in a shelter just like our group did until quite recently. I felt this rush of relief. I thought I was safe. I thought I'd found a new home. If I tell them that I used the radio, they'll take it away and hide it so I can't use it. What?
I'm confused about who's talking actually. Like, is
I'm
Pasha
a
the
little
boy?
confused,
Or is
too.
Pasha you?
I think Pasha's the boy. Because our dialogue doesn't have, like, a name for it.
Well, it depends on whether... It might depend on whether we're speaking or whether we're thinking, you know?
Alright. Pasha, we're not allowed to talk to strangers. The adults don't want us to find anyone to find our home. I remember how I almost started crying when I heard the word home. I wanted to go home too. To see Tanya and everyone who lived with us. I'm so confused on whose dialogue is
I
what
think
here.
I think it's inconsistent. I think they're making mistakes. Like they're putting the thing there even when it's just internal narration, you know?
I could barely grasp that I might never see them again, and that now I was alone. We'd been warned this could happen, but you still hope for the best.
Are you crying?
Okay, this is the okay, their dialogue options are like have a dash on them.
Yeah.
I couldn't answer anything. In front of my eyes were still those I had been separated from.
Why are you crying?
Why are the thoughts inconsistent? I told him what happened to me, and now I was looking for good people in a new home. I had already been living on the street for 3 days, and I was hungry. I was cold and didn't know where to go. Pasha, can I talk to one of the adults? I really am alone. Okay, so yeah, okay. Dash is our name is Pasha.
Wait, where?
Makes
I
sense.
thought you. Okay, well, I'll just
No,
go
we're
with it.
Pasha.
All
We're
right.
Pasha.
All right.
I was hard to hear because I wouldn't stop sobbing. My knees were buckling and I wanted to just drop to the ground. Can I change the color of my cursor? No, I can't. Okay.
No, you can't. Yeah.
I'm sorry. We were told that children are used to gain people's trust. Wow. But I'm alone, Pasha. I swear. I don't know how to prove that I'm alone. Tell me what I need to do.
See, like it says
Whoa.
Pasha here, but they were talking to Pasha. Whoever's saying this line is talking to Pasha. Like it's not Pasha that's
I
talking.
think this is the most confusing dialogue I've read in my life.
I'll just let you read everything, I think, since we never know who's talking.
Give me a second.
Hello? I don't know if we...
I don't even know how you could find us, but even if you did find us, would we be able to help you? We hardly have any food. If there are more of us, it could only make things worse for the whole group. I just don't want to be alone. Oh. Hold on. Who is who?
That's what I'm saying. I think the boy is alone, and the boy is asking to join our group. But I don't know who Pasha is. Like I don't know if Pasha is the boy or if it's us.
We're having an identity crisis. They're both us, and we're being schizophrenic.
Yeah.
I don't remember how much longer I cried and talked with Pasha. He was right. I don't even know where they are or how to find them. Okay, so they're Pasha. Maybe. Perchance.
The boy is Pasha?
Maybe? But I have no other choice. I will look for them. Maybe they will take me in. Autumn was over. I didn't manage to grab warm clothes to survive the winter. No matches, no lighter.
Wait, is it Leah? I
She's-
can't...
No, she looks different. Leah looks like a little Asian girl with monolids. And black hair.
I'm nodding.
In several abandoned apartments, I managed to find some clothes. You can't really call them warm, but if you put everything on at once, you can keep warm. You got a sweater and a zip-up jacket on.
But it's cold,
It
I
looks
guess,
like a puffy.
in Russia.
Ultra cold. It was hard to get used to the smell. Before living in our shelter, I used to see snow as something beautiful and clean. Now every morning, it reminded me of what I'd have to get through that day. My shoes were soaked through, impossible to dry. Walking down the street felt like stepping on ice barefoot. The wind burned my face, and like the wind burned my face, and like something alive, wanted to knock me into the snow that I wouldn't get up again. One day, in an empty shop, I managed to find a surviving lighter. It was the only bright moment after I had to leave the shelter. I threw everything that could burn into the fire, paying no attention to the smoke or how it smelled. My hands and feet so rarely got to feel warm. I watched the fire, and it gave me hope that I would still manage to find Pasha. Every night I had to look for a roof and 4 walls to sleep under, to make the fire, warm myself, and dry my clothes. When I ran into people, I never knew in advance whether they were good or bad, but I didn't want to risk it and find out. In most cases, it was frightening to see an adult stranger who was physically stronger than me. Once I entered one of those houses to spend the night, every time I had to check whether someone was inside waiting, whether I'd entered a house where someone had already settled. Tanya said that there are people who would feel sorry for a teenage girl and want to help, but there seemed to be fewer and fewer of them.
Does it how to act correctly, how one should live, and what needs to be done so as never to feel the pain of losing those dear to us and the consequences of our choices? Or, and it seemed I even managed to make her smile when I told her that it was all over. Now she has a home, she has us, and she'll no longer need it. What is... I don't even know what we're choosing.
Oh.
You know, oh, I thought you were choosing one.
Wait, let's go back to history? I'm so confused.
So we entered... We're going through houses, right? Because we need... It's cold, and every night we need to find a house to sleep in, I guess. But it's spooky because there might be somebody there and they might hurt us. And so Tanya, I guess, which is like our mentor or adult or guardian or something like that, was telling us some people might help us because we're a teenage girl. And then now this is our choices, and I don't understand what the choices mean.
I don't understand what these choices mean.
Yeah.
I think it's a little unsafe to say that she wouldn't need the gun.
So do we pick this one?
Sure. I entered the house through a window. My eyes hadn't yet adjusted to the darkness. I heard footsteps coming towards me.
Uh-oh.
I didn't hesitate and got out of the same way I came in. I heard someone shout behind me, "Stop." I ran
Sorry, I misclicked. Was it? Stop, girl.
I ran as fast as I could, never finding out whether wanted to help me or harm me. Even if someone wanted to help me, would I have been able to fall asleep by the same fire with an adult I'd only met that day? I had to spend another half of the night looking for another place to sleep. I thought about going back to that house. Maybe those were good people I was looking for. Lost in my thoughts, I imagined that they could be people from Pasha's group. Maybe I should go back, but tomorrow. At least see that house again and look at those who were there in the daylight, not at night. The next day I returned to that house, hiding in the bushes. I listened and watched. I hoped to see something. Ooh.
What? What's wrong?
They were dressed in warm clothes like everyone at this time of year. They were talking about something and seemed to be getting ready to go look for supplies. They had empty backpacks. I couldn't make out anything specific. I thought about going inside. There might still be someone left inside. I didn't know how many of them there were, and I still didn't know what I needed to see. What would prove they were good. Not marauders, not cannibals, not people who kill others for food. Tanya taught us not to take risks if we weren't completely sure, but I was ready to take the risk. How much longer could I live alone? Either I would die of hunger and freeze in the snow, or I would become a victim of marauders. I wanted to talk to someone. The only one I could talk to was Pasha. This confusing dialogue again. Oh my god. That winter, the only thing that kept me going was a half-empty lighter and the chance to talk to Pasha. I told him about the people I had encountered. They were not from his group. Oh! So we could have just died.
Yeah. Good thing we checked.
After that, my curiosity and desire to enter the house vanished. I moved on. There were still 2 months of winter ahead. Hoping to find at least some food was only possible in the center of some small town, which is where I headed. Everything had to be done before dark. I spent another day on the road. Sometimes I think that the exhausting days of trudging through the snow would have been far better than what I had to face afterward. I reached the town and first looked for a place to spend. That was on accident. Looked for a place to spend the night. It seemed that it had been once. You would think that since English is my first and only language, that I would actually know how to speak English. You would be wrong. It's my worst subject.
English is difficult.
How is English my first language and my worst subject? There are people who don't even speak English who have English as their best subject. I'm just making that one Higuruma face right now. It's like every time I stutter 5 times.
You're good.
It seemed that it had once been a grocery store. Of course, there was no food inside. However, not far from it, I managed to find a can of beans. It was a real reward at the end of a hard day spent on the road. Hard day at work, we're gonna open a can of beans.
Yeah.
Okay, so we are in Russia, it looks like.
Yeah.
Maybe whoever had stripped the store had loaded themselves down with too much and didn't notice this can falling from their hands or backpack.
The only thing is when you were pointing at there's a can of food there with Russian text on it, but your Fuji tech is covering it, so it just looked like you were giving yourself head pats on the stream.
No, there's a can of beans, I promise. Wait, let me see. Let me see if I can do it again. Where's my cursor?
Yeah, if you just
I'm
move
looking
on
at
the
the stream.
beans, yeah, you just move the beans, it looks like you're giving yourself head pats. Yeah.
I barely restrained myself from devouring the contents of the can. You never know when luck like this might happen again, so I had to hold back and eat little by little. The locks on the doors were intact, thank God. I locked everything and no longer remember how I fell asleep. Pasha got in touch. I told him where I was and that today I even managed to have dinner.
Like your slashlick? What is it? Shashlick?
The shashlik.
Yeah.
Well, what do you think? Is this town far from you? I don't know. Tomorrow I'll try to ask one of the adults. I hope you're already close. I rarely leave our shelter. You're not gonna believe this.
What?
Probably dead. Most likely deceased. Where are your parents, Pasha?
No, we got it.
Dead. I barely remember them. Are yours alive? So everybody parents dead.
Yeah.
No, I barely remember mine too. Sometimes they appear in my dreams, but their faces fade as soon as I wake up. Why do we remember dreams so poorly? It's the same for me. Probably everyone does. I wish I could remember more of my dreams too. This story is just getting traumatizing and sad.
I think that's like the whole genre of this visual novel. I think it's just going to be sad moment after sad moment.
Is this just like a depression core?
Yeah, I think so.
Is it? Let me open up the Steam page. I'm a little curious.
It was advertised
What
as
is
like
this?
horror kind of, I think, but like it's not that scary.
Yeah, it was-
Yeah, it says horror / drama in the title. Like the name of the game is the Bucker Notes horror / drama.
I think the psychological horror.
anyway.
Okay. let's keep going. We keep going. Wait, I gotta get back on the stream. In my dreams, I'm always full and I eat a lot, and the food tastes better there. Yes, exactly. Sometimes you don't even want to. Whoa. It's
Yeah.
getting real sad.
LOL.
What the heck?
You're right. I really don't want to wake up. A new day came, and it was time to search the town and find something useful.
Man, look at these collapsed apartment buildings.
Air conditioner, fall on my head right now. On my way, I came across a former residential building. A high rise. Its left side was destroyed. It looked like they had tried to demolish it, but never finished. I'd seen something like this in photographs, building after explosions or bombings. The part of the building that remained intact could be searched. Damn, I know you was getting tired of talking this much.
Yeah, see?
Oh my god.
That's why I was like, your turn.
Suffer as I have. Damn.
Exactly.
During the search, I met Alice. Who are you? She asked. Are you alone here? Yes, I'm Sasha,
Says Alice.
says Alice.
I think here's one of the things happening. I think they mess it up so that every time you see the name here, it's the person in the previous dialogue who's saying this. So that means the thing
Are
we
they
just
like-
read with Sasha. You know, the person who
I
said,
think that.
yes, I'm Sasha, is Sasha that said that. And see here, who are you? This is Alice that said that.
Okay. This is so confusing. They're torturing me. They're torturing my reading comprehension.
Just I
Not
think,
very
just ignore
high.
this part. Just pretend this isn't here.
Alone? You're bait, aren't you? Your group is somewhere nearby? No, I'm alone. My group, we were attacked. I managed to run away, and since then I've been alone. I could tell from her eyes how hard it was for her to decide whether she should trust me. She knew there was nothing believable in my short story. Stories like that happen all the time, so she didn't ask what I was doing here. It was already obvious. If you're lying and yours are somewhere nearby waiting for me, know this. I have nothing, just this knife. And I have a lighter. After those words, her look changed. It seemed she desperately needed fire, too. I took the lighter out of my pocket and showed it to her. What's your name? I asked. Alice, can you make a fire for me? We went down the ruins where Alice lived. Apparently, she wasn't alone. She walked as if someone were waiting for her. I kept comforting myself with hope the whole time we walked that I had finally met good people and that I was no longer alone. When you say it like that, you're making it sound like we're about to get robbed.
We might be about to get robbed.
We might get robbed for a singular lighter. Where are we going? To my father.
You okay?
Your parents are alive? Only my father. In the few seconds before meeting her father, something in my chest. This is a thought. This is not a piece of dialogue. This is a thought.
That's what I'm saying. Just ignore this thing. This not here.
Sorry, give me a moment.
Sorry, what? You still there, Barry?
Yeah, I'm alive.
Okay, so you read this?
In the few seconds before meeting her father, something in my chest tightened with envy. I drifted into dreams of being in her place. Sorry. My mom came and wanted to talk for a second.
Okay, no problem.
I remember how Tanya told us that for parents, the meaning of life is their children. And that is, they live for us. And if they lose your child, the meaning of everything is lost as well. I wanted someone to live for me too. I wanted to give meaning and a reason for someone to keep living and not give up.
Hey, Chakar, welcome in.
Chopper?
Chalk car. It's like a car
Chalk car?
with chalk on it. Yeah.
Oh. My fault. Forgive me.
Hi Nebu, hi Berry Witch.
Welcome. When we arrived, we ended up under a collapse where you had to move on all fours or crawl.
We're playing this like Russian sad visual novel thing.
Thought it was supposed to be horror.
Yeah.
I'm not even sure. I hoped we would end up in a hidden shelter and that we would jump into some sealed basement any moment now, but instead we came up against a concrete barrier. A wall of debris, at the bottom of which there was a gap where you could only slip in a hand or a foot, nothing more. Give me a second. The smell I sensed when I came closer made me cover my nose. It smelled of feces, like in many abandoned
In
buildings.
communist
I
Russia,
also-
sad visual novel reads you.
What the heck?
What? Alice slipped into the gap and said, Dad, I'm not alone.
Who's there?
Who's there? Yeah, you can speak now. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
No, I mean just this part. Who's there? And then the rest is you. Because you're the narrator.
No!
You're the narrator.
A hoarse male voice came from the other side. It's a girl. Her name is Sasha. We just met. She has a lighter. What? That dialogue said Alice's father. I don't think this is translated correctly. The first thing that emerged from the gap was the hand of an adult man.
Yeah.
That is scary. That scary. No.
Well, I mean, her dad was going to be an adult man, surely, right? So, what were you expecting?
And dirty and bony. Its appearance was unsettling and made me not want to touch it. Following the hand, the right side of a face appeared, with a red cracked eye that examined and stared straight at me. But when I finally realized what had happened to Alice's father, a chill ran through my body and I no longer wanted to be in her place. Is he burned?
Hello, Sasha.
The face in the gap grinned at me politely.
Don't be afraid. We are good people.
He definitely has the virus, right? Like, I'm not tripping.
I mean,
Like,
we
this,
don't
This is the virus.
we don't know what the virus does, so we don't know what it looks like.
That couldn't be anything else, but like, no other disease looks like this.
By the way, there's in the top right corner, there's a button that says clear all the drawings if you want. Like I said, manually erasing. You can also do that.
Big circle. Oh. This man had fallen into a trap and seemed to have been there for a long time. He asked me to call him Uncle Kolya?
Kolya? Yeah, maybe.
Koila? We'll make a fire now. I'll bring you hot water so you can warm up. We went back, and when we reached the passage where it was finally possible to straighten up, Alice began her story. Alice's group and her father had stopped nearby. They couldn't stay in one place, they constantly had to search for food. There were 9 of them in total. The building had already been destroyed when her father found it. Sometimes in places like this, under the debris, you could find many useful things and even food. Only the lazy and those who didn't like taking risks didn't search the ruins. These days, there are almost none like that. Desperation and hunger forced everyone to act, and Uncle Kolya was no exception. A gas pipeline had exploded in this house, and debris still sometimes fell due to strong wind or vibrations. That's how she said it, I think. No one wanted to return to their people empty-handed. I'm sorry. Can't pronounce this guy's name.
Kolya, maybe? I'm not sure. We can just go with Kolya.
No, I'm just gonna ignore the L. Koya.
Kolya? Alright.
Uncle Koyo. Uncle Koya always came back later than everyone else after searches, but never empty-handed. First of all, because he was thinking about Alice. This time he went too far and lost his caution. Sometimes it's enough to step it the wrong way for the stone dust holding the slabs in place to start. Alice's father didn't manage to get out. He was trapped. His right leg was pinned by chunks of concrete slabs. Most likely, he doesn't even feel his leg anymore. Oh, so he's actually just like trapped there.
Yeah. By the way, you might get jump scared because I think Chalkar has enough points to prestigious DDR song, which plays a sound effect when it happens. So just warning you about the jump scare that's about to happen.
Also, your streams does include paid promotion. What is the paid promotion?
So I get these games for free, basically, in exchange for streaming them. You're asking, you know, when I said earlier, why do I have so many games? Because I get them for free.
That makes sense. Okay.
That's a paid promotion, yeah.
When they found him, they immediately understood that the situation was hopeless. There was no necessary equipment or people with experience to pull someone out from under the collapse. The decision was not easy, but it was obvious. Uncle Koya had to be left. He understood that himself. Alice begged everyone not to abandon her father, everyone who tried to comfort her and help her accept reality. Then she said without hesitation that she would stay with her father and take care of him. Everyone, even her father, tried to dissuade Alice, but for her there was only one option and no other. The members of their group fully understood what she was condemning herself to. They left them part of their supplies and went away. A month had passed since then, and all that time Alice had been searching. The harsh winter hadn't spared her, slippery paths, loose and unpredictable snow. A few days ago, she slipped while trying to climb into a closed building on the second floor. She landed in the snow, but beneath it was a pile of scrap metal apparently no one had managed to get rid of back in the carefree days. A fracture, a spleen, a dislocation, torn ligaments. We don't have a doctor nearby who could determine that. And even in this condition, she continues to do what she condemned herself to. If it were my father, I would have done the same as she did. We made a fire. Alice boiled water in a pot. She poured it into a mug and took it to her father. She treated me to dried fruit. Thank you. I think tomorrow we won't have anything left to eat. I was planning to go to a neighboring settlement to look for something. You can only find it from here if you know the trail. There is no direct road from here. Everything there is here, I've already searched. I need water!
Get hydrate.
Sure. When she was talking, I felt something warming me from the inside. It wasn't the fire, but the realization that I had succeeded. I'd been looking for Alice and Uncle Koya. I was exactly where I was supposed to be. We spent the night in one of the apartments where the locks hadn't been broken. She pointed to a bed where I could lie down. We chatted before sleep about all sorts of things. It was one of those days when I didn't take out the radio even once. When she fell asleep, I allowed myself to drift into dreams about how we would figure out how to save Uncle Koyan. Then we would find Pasha and his group. They would take us in and everything would be like it was before. And maybe over time, Tanya would find us too. I'm so sorry, girl. I really don't think that's happening. She is alive and looking for me, and she will find me soon. And not alone, but in a new home with a new family. Such dreams calm me and help me fall asleep. A cold morning awakening brought me back to our reality. First thing I did was look for Alice. Imagine we got robbed.
Yeah.
She could only be in one place now. I was right, she was under the collapse. Our Uncle Koya's hand was sticking out of a small gap held by his daughter. They were talking about. Okay, no, she's still here. It was hard to understand what emotions Alice was feeling. There was a very little light there coming through the gaps. Last night I had been dreaming that everything would be fine for us. But feeling their despair, I'd remember that our hardships were still ahead. You can't just sit idle. I wanted everything to be okay for this family. It's hard to watch what they are going through. I can't see and accept this reality. This is just really depressing.
Yeah. That's Russian literature for you.
A family trying to stake a ticket. Blah, blah, blah. Let me just blue screen for a moment.
You're good.
Family trying to stay together at a time like this. A father and a daughter living for each other. I don't remember when I last saw anything like this. I have to do something to preserve at least some light in this hell. How do I get to that settlement? I asked. Why? I know the way. Everything will be fine. I think it's better if you stay with your father. Why is that? If something happens to both of us, there will be no one left to take care of your father. That's why the safest option is for one of us to stay with him.
She said she was sorry that she never managed to find Pasha and his group. Of course, I said that perhaps her radio was simply fault. What? When I examined it,
What does this mean?
I saw that one of the batteries was missing. What? What are we talking
Neither
about?
of these dialogue often makes sense.
Okay, so what are we picking?
Computer, tell me what these options mean. Help me, computer. There's definitely some dirty mistranslation, like somewhere.
Yeah.
The disconnect is here.
So what do you think we should pick?
We'll do this one. Just don't think that it will be easy for me to make this journey alone. It will be hard, but I understand all the risks. I think this way it will be safer. That is none of the words that were in that sentence. I said none of those words.
Yep.
Batteries wasn't even in the subject line.
Yeah.
Alone, I'll get there faster. Unfortunately, your injured leg would slow us down. We found some paper. She drew me directions in a map, and also marked places that were worth checking for sure. An hour later, I set off toward that settlement. By her calculations, the road should take a day and a half at most. If there was no need to wait for a limping companion. I completely forgot about Pasha and the radio. On the way, we got in touch. Okay, you'd think that Russia is a pretty big place for this radio to be able to cover all that ground.
Well, we don't know where Pasha is, I guess, technically. Maybe he's like right next door and we don't even realize it
Now Pasha is stalking us.
the whole time.
I told him about. That's the psychological horror. I told him what had happened to me while I hadn't been in contact. About Alice, about her father, and about our future plan. He was glad that I was no longer alone, but something still worried him. What will you do when you go back to them? Will you help Alice take care of her father? I was sure that this was exactly how it would be, but he asked in a tone as if I were making an obvious mistake. Probably, yes. I'm not sure that this is right for you. I don't know what could save them from this situation. Maybe. What, Pasha?
He's gonna tell her to find the food and then leave them, like not bring it back.
Abandon them.
Yeah.
Oh. Maybe you really shouldn't go back and just keep going. So we have Sasha and Pasha.
No.
I didn't know how to feel when I heard that. On one hand, I clearly remember getting angry that he didn't understand me. Perhaps at that moment he was the only one who showed such concern. I tried to understand what he meant, even if not the right way. Right away. From his side, this decision seemed more correct. Maybe it is better, I replied. Maybe I'm just afraid of being alone again. Have you ever been alone, Pasha? Completely alone? No. I don't know what I would have done if you hadn't answered me that day. You gave me hope that I wouldn't be alone forever. Now I found Alice and her father. Maybe a sad ending really awaits them. And me too, if I stay with them. But that's still better than being alone again. Besides, maybe I'll manage to find your group too. Would you stay with them if you could join us? I hadn't thought about that either. I don't know. Do you know how far away this radio can reach? That's what I'm saying. I don't know either. It seems to me that as long as I can hear you, I have a chance to find you. First thing I wanted to deal with was getting food for Alice and poor Uncle Koya. And then I decided what to do next. I had promised them, and right now they have nothing and no one else to rely on. I walked quite fast. Instead of a small quiet town, a bare forest appeared before my eyes again. The thought of how long this road would have taken if Alice had gone with me made me shudder. In addition to a slow pace, we would have had to stop every few hours. Luckily, when I reached the settlement, it had only just gotten dark. I felt a relief that I wouldn't have to spend the night somewhere in the forest. If Alice was right, this place should have remained relatively untouched. Places like that are almost gone now. Broken windows and wide open doors suggested that someone had already been here with the same goal as me. Empty houses long since looted made me think this journey had been in vain. That supplies not only what I suffered, but also my new companions who I already wanted to call my group. I didn't want to return empty. Damn, my jaw's starting to hurt.
You want to swap?
Sorry.
You want me to take over?
Take over for a little bit.
I didn't want to return empty-handed. Not out of shame, but because an already desperate father and daughter would see no light at the end of the tunnel. I had to search everywhere here. At least then I would know that I had done everything I could for them. Soon that house appeared on my path, a 2-story cottage. I can't say what made it so different from the others, but there was an immediate feeling that it had been protected and that someone needed it.
Oh my god, would you like to try out a game?
What game?
It's called Fish.
Fish? Like, is this a Steam game or what? Like,
It's a Steam game, and it just came out today.
well, I mean, I don't know about switching now because I only plan to stream for 12 more minutes or so.
Okay.
Well,
The door was locked. Trying to force it open would have drawn the attention of whoever was inside. I hid and waited to see if anyone would come out. There was no response to my attempts to get in. I started looking for another way inside. Luckily, there was an unlocked window. I climbed in through it. After a more thorough search, I had managed to find some food. It was dried meat, wrapped in plastic and film. Oh, nice.
what if it's some slash slick?
We're gonna make slash
The answer was no. That's one of the choices.
Answer is that we don't have any slash.
I was curious about this. I asked Sasha whether she knew how the radio worked, whether anyone that taught her. How could the radio work just with one matter or had no? Yeah, I think these choices aren't related to what's going on. I think there's the same bug. You know, like I'm saying, there's a bug where the name of the thing is like for the wrong dialogue, and I feel like these choices are also for the wrong dialogue. Like, or like, you know what I mean?
Someone messed up the code somewhere.
Yeah, I think so. So, what do you think we should pick?
Answer was no. Almost every room had a bed with a blanket and pillow. Probably at least 4 people lived here. The house was a good shelter. The walls didn't feel frozen or ruined by the cold. Everything looked almost the same as in our office. Your office? Bro,
Yeah.
you don't have an office.
In her official office.
We don't even... Okay. In the wardrobe, I could find clothes that fit me. I was glad at the thought that I might meet teenagers here just like me.
I was curious. I asked whether she knew how the radio worked. This is the same. Yeah, it's the
I'm
same two
guessing-
choices.
No,
Oh, I
no,
guess
no.
this. I guess this must be
You know
like
what I'm assuming these are?
which room are you searching?
These must be rooms.
Yeah.
These must be rooms.
So I guess we'll search this room.
Yeah, we'll search how could the batteries, how could the
Yeah.
radio work? And this is the room. One of the rooms in an unlocked wardrobe, I found a diary. It was the thing that helped me learn the story of this place.
Oh, time to search the last room, I guess.
Despite the fact that I hadn't eaten for almost 2 days, the thought that it might not be animal meat frightened me. I felt a wave of nausea when I imagined a corpse. Why did my ear just get tickled with ASMR?
ASMR.
I don't like that. Get out of my ear! I felt a wave of nausea when I imagined a corpse. Human flesh that I might be putting into my mouth. I might just nibble a little bit.
What the heck?
Nearby in the next room, I found several torn wool hides. It seems someone had tried to sew something out of them. A blanket? Perhaps the meat really wasn't human, and maybe hunger was simply convincing me of that. The meat tasted so. Are we eating it without them?
Wow. You gotta do what you gotta do, right?
Hmm. The meat tasted salty. I don't remember the last time I noticed my mouth filling with saliva, droplets involuntarily running down. I made a real effort not to eat everything I had found at once. I tried to distract myself with something else and continue searching the house. Someone had definitely lived there, or still lives here. Perhaps the owners are no longer alive. It's unknown when they left this house or if they will return. Here it is.
What is it? What did we find? Oh, the diary?
Oh. Read the dialogue. You read the dialogue.
Anton has been living with us for almost a week. No one is afraid of him anymore. He has done many useful things for us and made things easier for many of the girls. Before, we had to do all the men's work ourselves. Now we have a real man in the house who looks after us. The people Anton used to live with taught him how to hunt, build, reinforce, and insulate houses. He never sits idle. He's always busy with something. He spends most of his time hunting or simply looking for something useful. Very responsible for a 19-year-old boy. Just recently, the 4 of us girls were living together and struggling to handle everything, and now it's hard to believe we could have managed without a man. Every time Anton goes out hunting, we worry he won't come back or that he'll decide to leave us. But he always comes back, and very rarely with empty hands. How would we go on living without him? I want to talk to him, but I don't even know about what. I once asked him if it was hard to hunt animals. He talked to me like I was a little kid. With the other girls, he speaks completely differently, as equals. Yes, I'm younger than they are. I don't look as grown up as Anya, Dina, and especially Elena. What can I do at 12? At best, he'll see me as a little sister. All the girls are in love with him. Lena behaves more restrained than anyone. She's the smartest of us. But Dina and Anya aren't afraid at all of looking like fools. They don't miss a chance to talk to him. They always ask him for help, some little thing.
Are you kidding me?
And they ask him to take them hunting at least once.
Is this a diary about 4 girls fighting over a man in the apocalypse?
That's what it seems like. At first, he felt awkward from so much attention, but he got used to it very quickly, and it seems that soon he will return someone's feelings.
Oh my god, they're fighting over a man.
The day before yesterday, he spent a very long time in Anya's room. It was practically before bedtime. The next day, Dina went to meet him when he came back from hunting. They were gone for a long time. It turned out they had just been walking while we were worried about them and thought something had happened. Most of all, Anya was angry, of course. Dina, it seems, didn't take it at all seriously. I knew Lena wasn't indifferent to this either, but she just tried to avoid conflicts in general. She's very kind and good. There was no point for me to say anything. If they noticed me and remembered that I was in the same room as everyone else, they would tell me to leave, so I just listened in silence. Anya left offended and outraged. They only noticed my presence when Dina went back to her room. The next day, everyone spoke to each other only about business. Anton behaved as if nothing had happened. Tonight, he went outside for a walk with Anya, and when they came back, they went up to her room. Anton then came out of there until morning. Apparently, I wasn't the only one who spent the whole night waiting for him to come out.
Oh, what? Yo?
Dina,
Hey, yo?
Dina didn't leave her room
Alright.
all day. Lena brought her breakfast and lunch to her room. Apparently, she decided not to get out of bed and spent the whole day in it. The following nights, Anya slept in Anton's room or the other way around. Today, Dina came out of her room. Maybe she finally felt uncomfortable that everyone around her was busy with chores except her. For her, simply seeing Anton and Anya together in the same room was torture. Even though they tried not to show their relationship in front of us, it didn't really make it any easier for Dina. One day she went out for a walk. Lena went with her. She said you can't leave her alone. I also tried to stay near Dina. She constantly wanted to cry. Lena stayed the night with her. Before bed, they talked for a long time. I was curious what they were talking about, so I listened at the door. Every word Dina said circled around one thought. Why keep living if everything only gets worse? At last, a spark appeared, like the kind that could help you gain at least some happiness, at least in something, and then it disappears. The thought that happiness could still have been possible reminds you that the world and everything around you is only dying. If before she hoped for something, now everything is meaningless. There's no point in surviving, no point in enduring all these hardships. Lena barely argued with her. We all think about it before we fall asleep, but Anya was luckier than us. This morning, Nina didn't come out of her room again. I brought her lunch, but there was no one there. We searched the whole house. It seems she left at night. Everyone went to look for her. But our search was unsuccessful. All we could do was wait and hope that she would return.
This is a long fucking diary.
3 days have passed, Nina
Oh
didn't
my
return.
god.
At first, Anya was angry at her and was sure that she would come back soon. Yesterday, she cried because she realized we would never see her again. She felt guilty, but can you say she did something wrong? In our house, there is a book about the International Space Station, about how people live and work on it for years. It says that people in the ISS are forbidden to have romantic relationships with each other. It seemed cruel to me and strange. Adults think about too many things. Now I understand why that rule is needed. Yesterday, Anya and Anton had their first real fight. You could hear it from her room. Lena tried not to pay attention. At night, Anya slept alone in her room. Anton was angry at all the next day. He spent little time on the household chores. He didn't go hunting. He didn't do anything in the yard like he usually does. Winter came. Snow completely covered our house. Anya and Anton haven't spoken for almost 2 days. Anya leaves the room as soon as he comes in. Anton tried several times to talk to her. No luck. They don't tell me anything. Will it really be like this forever? Will I always be a child to them, not understanding what's going on? It's unfair. At lunch, Anton suddenly began accusing us of being ungrateful to him. He was yelling, screaming obscenities. Lena and I had never seen him like that. He claimed that if not for him, we would have starved to death, or would have eaten me, the youngest and most useless of us. At those words, tears started coming to my eyes on their own. Anya argued back at him just as loudly. She yelled back at him, and she was unfair too. You could tell she just wanted to provoke Anton. She said that before he showed up, everything had been fine. There had been 4 of them, not 3 like now. He hit Anya so hard that she fell off the chair onto the floor. Ungrateful pig, he shouted.
What?
I became scared. I wanted to leave, but I was afraid to move. Anya lunged at him. The blow didn't frighten her at all. It only added rage and strength. He hit her again. This time he used his fist instead of his palm. Nina told me to go to my room. I left. I closed the door behind me. The screams continued for a few more minutes. Then everything went quiet. Everyone went to their rooms. Anton went outside. The next day, Anton and Anya made up. I don't know what drives them, love or something else. After what happened in the kitchen, it's hard to believe that everything will be fine between them. Yesterday, they slept in the same room again. I never thought Anton was capable of this, that he could hurt one of us. We thought we were safe since the moment he started living with us and taking care of us. It makes me uneasy to think that one day Lena and I could end up in Anya's place. I hope it was just once. Anya angered him badly. They forgave each other for what was said, probably. I don't know if others could endure like that. Will I ever be in Anya's place? Would he be able to hit me if he wanted to? I'm scared. At what moment did everything go wrong? When a man appeared in this house, or when we began to dream of mutual love, or when Lena left us? I want everything to be the way it was before. Tonight they argued again. First, we heard shouting from the room. Anya was furious. It sounded as if someone was hitting the wall and the floor with something hard. A minute later, the door burst open. Anton was pushing her out of the room, then holding her by the elbow, and he led her through the entire corridor. He led her all the way to the exit and shouted, "Ungrateful bitch, filth." Anya was wearing a long t-shirt and sweatpants. She had no shoes on, only socks. He opened the door and a strong freezing wind blew in. She tried to break free, but she couldn't overpower him. Anton shoved her out, saying, "Go cool off, bitch." Lena tried to follow Anya, but he pushed her away from the exit and said that if anyone let her back in, he would throw both of them out. Lena froze. He reminded us that we were surviving the winter thanks to him and that he works for us every day, and in return, we take Anya's side. All the while he was talking, she was banging on the locked door from the other side and screaming to be let in. I wanted to open it for her, but Anton threatened me with his finger, saying, "Do you really want to go outside with her?"
What the fuck?
I lowered my eyes. He ordered us to go to our rooms. We didn't obey him. In response, he punched the wall behind Lena. Lena flinched aside. Anya kept banging on the door with all her strength. We went to our rooms and we stayed by the entrance. It's okay. It's an intense moment. He stayed by the entrance. It seemed he sat there the entire evening. No one is knocking on the door anymore. It's already morning. I didn't sleep all night. Lena probably didn't either. Early in the morning, we went to the exit. Anton was no longer there. When we opened the door, we hoped to see Anya. Of course, she must have tried to find some shelter from the night frost. We found her unconscious in a leaky garage not far from the house. She had nothing to cover herself with. She was just lying in the corner, frozen, barely conscious. We brought her inside. Her forehead was hot like a kettle. Anton met us. The sight of frozen Anya stunned him. Perhaps he did feel guilty for what he had done, but he was certain that everything would be fine. He kept repeating this to us and to Anya, who probably couldn't even hear us now. No one knows what to do in such a case. No one has ever treated us anything like this. We have no medicine. We just put cold cloth on her forehead. Anton didn't leave her side afterwards. He apologized to Anya and tried to explain why he did it. He came up with strange justifications connected to his parents and the people he had lived with before us. The fever still hadn't gone down. I don't know what will happen tomorrow. I hope she feels better. Poor Anya, we are so helpless. Anya didn't get better. She lies motionless on the bed. It's as if she's sleeping. Her expression is like someone having a bad dream. If you pull off the blanket or push her, it seems she would immediately open her eyes or mumble something indistinct. Anton cried with his face buried in the blanket, or maybe he just pretends. Lena cries in her room. Anton was digging a grave. Lena and I wrapped Anya's body in a blanket she slept in. We carried her outside. Anton laid her in the pit so carefully as if she were still alive. Two rooms in this house were now empty. We didn't touch their things, left everything as it was, as if they had simply gone out and would return home soon. Their beds are unmade as well. I don't want to clean up here. Behind the door, you could hear people walking, talking to each other, sometimes even laughing. Now, only Anton's heavy footsteps could be heard. We don't know what he's thinking about. About a week had passed. Yesterday, before sleep, Anton went into Lena's room. When I fell asleep, he was still there. Today, I asked Lena what he wanted from her and why he stayed in her room for so long. To my question, Lena only replied that we need to run, gather our things, the remaining food, and everything necessary. She will let me know when we can run. She was so frightened, but she tried to be strong and suppress her emotions. I saw a mark on her neck. It looked like a bruise. When she knows my reaction, she'll repeat that we can't stay here with Anton. She was afraid of him, and so was I. He will return from hunting soon. We will run at night. Anton spent the entire night in Lena's room. Strange sounds were coming from her room again, like the ones when he drove.
I need you to know that half of this chapter has been at least us reading this diary.
Yeah, it's true. Like the ones when he drove Anya out into the frost. I went up to her room. It was clear that some kind of argument was going on. I tried to enter the room, but it was locked from inside. Everything inside went silent. Myla, is that you? Lena asked. Yes. Go to sleep, Myla, Anton shouted. Myla, everything is fine. Go to sleep. Okay, I replied. I pretended to leave, but decided to stay nearby in case he wanted to do something to her. Tomorrow, Lena might have more than just a bruise left. Come here, don't be afraid, come to me, I heard Anton say. He became soft and kind again. We will run away tomorrow when he goes hunting. They didn't leave the room all day except to use the toilet, and when Lena carried food into the room, we met in the kitchen. Her desperate look. She tried to hold herself together when she saw me. Without saying a word, she took the meat and carried it upstairs to Anton. I want to run away, but I can't abandon Lena. I won't survive alone, and I don't want to be alone. We just need to wait until he goes hunting. He won't stay lying in her room forever. Anton realized that we wanted to run away, or he simply realized that we wouldn't tolerate him. He went hunting, and we decided to seize the moment. We gathered the remaining food and took warm clothes. He had been watching from afar, lying in wait for us. When we had already left the street where our house was, he met us. Seeing him, we ran in opposite directions without hesitation. From fear, my legs felt like wood. Anton caught up with me almost immediately and threw me down into the snow. Lena ran off to a safe distance, but when she saw me collapse under Anton's feet, she stopped. He pulled out an axe and placed its heavy blade on my back. He told her that if she ran away, she would regret it. It would be better for
I
her.
hear your phone notifications.
Yeah,
What's that? What you doing? What's happening?
just, I get random alerts sometimes. It
Yeah.
would be better for her not to abandon me alone, he had at the end. I saw her face, how frightened she became. She, like me, wanted someone to come save us. The only man in whom she saw a protector and provider who took care of us and with whom we dreamed of being alone in the same room was now holding an axe over my head. Tears flowed onto the cold snow and melted it beneath my face. Lena began to beg Anton to forgive us, begged him to remove the axe from my head. Realizing that we would no longer dare to run anywhere, he approached Lena, hugged her, wiped her tears, and asked her not to do this again. After returning home, he locked me in my room with a key. He spent the next hour boarding up the window in the room where I became a prisoner in my own room. When he finished, he brought...
You still see the screen?
Yeah, I see it. WTF. When he finished, he brought Lena in. He was holding the axe in his hand. He threatened us that if either of us tried to run away again, the other would pay for it. I love you. I did everything only for you. Am I asking so much of you? You are just ungrateful pigs who only know how to take, he said. In his rage, he swung the axe and struck the table on which I was keeping my diary. He split it in half. The blade flew just a few centimeters from Lena's head. She recoiled towards me, searching for any kind of protection, but how could I, small and weak, help her? Out of fear, she hugged me and my arms wrapped around her in return. He took Lena away and locked the door behind him. Their voices grew quieter and quieter. I cried the entire evening. I was still crying. I don't know what we are supposed to do. What will he do to us? I wish I could fall asleep, see a good dream, and never wake up. This was the last entry in the diary. The house is empty, but after reading these pages, it felt as if it had come alive.
Oh,
You want to stop here? Is this a good stopping point?
I feel like this is a good stopping point.
Let me save this here. All right, Barry.
You wanna?
Thank you.
No, I'm
for-
gonna force you to check out one game
All right,
first.
let's check it out.
Go
What
to
is it?
Steam.
Yeah.
It's called Fish.
Just fish? Just the word fish? This one?
Yeah, it just came out today.
You play as a fish? With a gun? Question mark, question mark. What the heck?
It might
And you
be
were
fire.
sword
though.
too, look.
This might be fire.
Taunting. Weird bosses. And unique areas. I'm stretching. Strange weapons. Creepy curses. Funny gimmicks. Time attack, cosmetics.
Cosmetics.
And the eyeball. The spooky eyeball.
Fighting shrimp.
Fish. Early access. Alright, Barry.
You think you'd enjoy playing Fish?
I don't know. It looks pretty frantic.
Alright.
But yeah, thank you, Barry, for helping me with the visual novel. I didn't know it was just gonna be one person reading the whole time. I thought there was gonna be like dialogues and back and forth and stuff like that.
I did too. I was like, oh my god.
But okay, I guess I'll DM you to figure out when our next collab will be.
Sure, if you wanna.
Okay. So see you later. Bye. Good night.
Must link you away now. Goodbye.
Good night.
Good night.
And then interact. Where's ending screen play? Thank you everyone for tuning in. That was let me get the name of the game. It's called The Bunker Notes horror/drama visual novel. With Berry Witch. Give her a follow every Thursday, 7:30 p.m. Pacific. That's about 30 minutes ago in your time zone. I got the Steph Thursday stream where I'll be playing Silk Song for the foreseeable future with my co-host Stephanie. Every Saturday, 6 p.m. Pacific. That's about 2 hours ago in your time zone. We got the Solo Saturday stream where I play random games from my review queue. We got the Discord. Join the Discord for updates to the schedule.
Discord.
And the announcements for off-schedule streams. Let me see here. Where's the calendar? Here it is. Today's Monday. So tomorrow, Tuesday, we will be playing Heavy Metal Death Can with Vay. Wednesday, we're playing Tobacco Shop Simulator with Lucifer. Thursday, we're playing Silk Song with Steph. Friday, we're playing Demon Hunter 2 with Honey Yum. And then Saturday, we're playing Being a Dick with Astia Rose. Look forward to that. I think that's it. So thanks again, everyone, for tuning in. I'll let you guys enjoy the rest of the cat parade while I look for some to raid.
Desde que hemos en su